Hello everyone, today I'm going to demonstrate you a tool. You are going to like it a lot if you are working on a Spring Framework or Spring Boot applications. So let me begin with the demo first and then I will show you what it do. So this is a Spring Pet Clinic, the famous app. I just cloned it from the GitHub and let me execute Maven test. It will take few seconds and then I will demonstrate you that what it is doing when it is executing the test. Along with executing the test, it is doing something else, something very meaningful. Just give it a second. Okay, so build is successful. It has executed 54 test cases. Skip to. Now, if you see here, there is a target folder, and below that target folder, it has a folder AppMap. Why AppMap? Because when we built this application or when we executed the test cases, it actually used a AppMap tool which has generated the JSON data. So it has recorded my all the JUnits. I will open one and will show you. Okay, so that JSON is rendered so beautifully here, right? So it says that a test process update owner form unchanged success. This was executed. This test took how much time? 0.237 milliseconds. And then inside the test, what happened? This endpoint was invoked, find owner was invoked, right? And process update owner form. If you want to see where it is inside the code, you just click here and you can see, let me try to, okay, let it put this way and then go here and now try to see. Okay, yeah, so it's working fine. Now, so process update owner form, you can see it here. Now I will close it, and if you see here in the on the return arrow, if you hover your mouse, it can see what exactly it has returned back in the response. Isn't it cool that it has generated the sequence diagram? But that's not the only thing. It has generated a dependency graph also, and yes. So this is a control test. It invokes this endpoint and it talks to the owner controller. If you go to the trace view is also interesting. And okay, so inside trace view, you can see what exactly happened, right? You can see different traces. This way you can drag it. And here, what happened when you called this edit endpoint? First, it invoked find owner and then it did something else, right? I will show you this thing here. So it can show you the result, what it has returned back. And this is the caller endpoint. Okay, now there is a flame graph, which is very interesting. So it shows that, okay, you executed this test. It took total 0.237 milliseconds. And there is another thing which happened on top of it, 0.166 milliseconds. So this endpoint took this much time, and there are two things which happened on top of it. So basically, if you see trace view, so it gives you a different representation, and flame graph give you different representation. And if you click here, you can see even this find owner method, it took 0.0105 millisecond. Click here and then you can open another one, and that's how. So these are, very cool diagrams it generates. Let me try to find one which has generated the test data, or let's do one more thing, better demo. Okay, for that let's close all tabs, and just to be very sure, I will delete this temp folder from here. Okay, gone now. Now I will start this application and I will try to demonstrate something else. So right now it recorded your unit test cases, but now we will try to do something else. Okay, if you go inside main, Java, pet clinic application, right, and you try to just start it. And you can start it with start pet clinic. I will tell you I will tell you more about this AppMap, but now let's try to start it. Okay, so application seems to be started. And now this is my browser. I will open my application on 8080 port. Okay, I will try to click on find owners. Let's add an owner. And this is a test owner. And this is test last name, just random address, city ABC. I'm just putting random values. Add owner, some validation field. Okay, let's put another number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, owner is added, right? So if I minimize the application and if I go back and see if something happened. Okay, so temp folder is already generated. I'll go back here. So here you can see it has tried to record your running application and you can see different maps. Okay, so if I show you which one I want to show you, I want to show you new app map here. So it has tried to find init creation form. Okay, so it has loaded the creation form, and this is the next one where you are processing the form, and this is another one. Yes, so what happened here, you can see your third API is called when you clicked on add owner. So here what it has done, it has first dipped into the find owner repo. It has returned back see, you can see test last name, find name. It was able to find the owner, and okay, so here you can see insert into owner, right? And I will just minimize this part so that I can show you better, and open this. So here you can see it has captured your queries also, right? If you go here, it has redirected you to slash owners slash just slash owners slash 11. Okay, so basically it is recording your running application. If I show you another one, let's say which one should I show you? Find one. Okay, here it has tried to find the owner, and if you go here, it has returned you nothing, right? And you can see the different dependency map view, trace view, and inside trace. If you see here, you can see two children's, one is find owner and then init find form, right? And there is another flame view where you can see which layer took how much time, right? So imagine a situation when you want to debug something, you are not able to understand what's happening behind the scene. So just start your application, do some operations, it records you everything, and it can show you something very beautifully. This is the AppMap plugin for IntelliJ, which I have installed. This plugin is available for other editors also. And once you install this plugin, you will see an option like this here. And you need not to log in for your basic usage. So do not log in if you do not want to. And if you go to a test case, for example, this test case, and if you want to run this test case, just click here. You can start your test case with AppMap. It will record the data. And when you want to open the data, just click here and it will render your JSON beautifully. There is a way you can use this in your pipelines also, not just the ID. I will show you here. This is the POM file. And let me just uncomment it for you. If you are using Gradle, then you can use Gradle plugin. Go to the command line and yes, you need to run command like this. You need to add this Java agent appmap.jar on your path. I will put the necessary links in the description so that you can also download and try. And if you start your application with this command, it will start. And again, the process is same. You go to the browser, you do some operations, and it will record them beautifully. If you will run your test cases with the Maven command or the Gradle command, then also it will generate and record those test cases, JSON, all the data for that. And you necessarily need not to use or install this plugin to have a view of your sequence diagram. Your simple view you can use with the so there is a AppMap CLI which you can install. I have already installed on my desktop. If I show you AppMap here and how to use it, simple like this, AppMap, and then you can see the help options. And if you see, let me zoom it a bit. Okay. So here you will find sequence diagram as one of the option. AppMap sequence diagram and format plant UML. There are other options available. And then you just need to paste the path of okay, just let me reload this. Okay, so we cannot see any JSON objects now because we have not executed any flow. Let me open the browser again. Let's go home. Find owners. Do something. It should generate some data here. Okay, so it is generated here. And then let's copy the path of this absolute path, paste it like this, and so it has generated a sequence.uml. You can see the sequence.uml here, right? Before that, everything was JSON. So this is newly generated. If you open it, plantuml looks like this. If you use any plugin, it will show you the diagrams like this. So it's like if you don't want to use the, this plugin, you can simply put the jar on your class path. You can use it as a Gradle plugin or Maven plugin. You can generate your JSON in your pipeline and maybe a simple command which will convert everything into plant UML. So if imagine if someone new in your team joined and if you want him or her to be understanding the application as quickly as possible. So instead of spending time with them, telling them each and every flow, just give them this utility. They will run it, execute it, even without the plugin, They can see the flows, they can execute something, they can record it and observe what happened. And it will help you a lot in debugging also, right? So for example, you want to see which method is taking a lot of time. Use this tool, try to add in your pipelines or on IntelliJ, and let's see if it is helpful to you. This is not a paid demonstration. I used it, I find it good and helpful. That's why I have shared. So stay connected, subscribe for more interesting videos, and happy learning.